Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Delta-17 Jaguar. Or Jaguar. I don't know. It's hard to say. I watched the car commercial like Jaguar. I think that's what fancy people say, but we're just going to call him Jaguar. So anyway, here it is, another 3.75 O-ring figure. And yes, this is Delta-17. War in the shadows. War in the shadows. But anyway, we're going to get into this. And this looks like he could be a new version of Firefly if you just want to integrate it into your G.I. Joe Real American Hero. But let me tell you something. These things really do integrate with a Real American Hero wonderfully. So if that's what you're into, O-Ring 3.75, you're going to like these figures. I want you to check them out. Anyway, you have this wonderful artwork of him. Then you have your nice blister where you can see everything. They give you all the different weapons. And they give you a lot of new weapons that we never had back in the day. And then on the back, you're going to have your cross-sell of all the figures, along with the team that he's part of. And then you do have this little, it's not really a file card, but it is a small bio of the figure. So anyway, let's take a look at this, and we're going to open it up. And then we'll go from there. And I think you're going to like some of these if this is your type of toy. So anyway, before we do, if you like this type of content, you think this is going to be pretty cool, you like what I give you, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Delta-17 video. Now let's get to this. Okay, so we got the guy out of his plastic prison, and as you can see, I have an original roadblock here. I have the HasLab Night Force Ripcord, and then I have another Delta-17 figure right here. So you can kind of see how they are. So every single figure does come with a stand. All right, Delta-17. It's got one peg. I think that's all that you really need. And you know how pegs work, but I will show you here. This is an original O-ring, and he fits on perfectly fine. It doesn't really cause any problems. It actually sits kind of high, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But there is no pressure on it, so you don't have to worry about it breaking off the heel, which is an issue with some of these stands, especially ones that are like 3D printed or they're made of molds. Here is the O-ring version. The HasLab version. It actually fits perfectly fine. So if you are wondering if those will fit, they definitely will. All right, so what does this guy come with? But a couple little, I don't want to say they're swords. Maybe there is a martial artist in the comments. They can drop it. Probably Matthew Matson. But it's kind of like a nightstick here. But rather than it be a stick, it is a blade. All right, and you just come with two of them. Again, design is pretty good. You can see a little bit of rivets on the handle. It's supposed to be sharp all the way through. All right. And then we do have the Chris Vector. I don't have any 1/18th scale Chris Vectors. It doesn't mean there aren't any made. Please don't start in the comments saying, well, so-and-so makes it. They do have them. I said I've never had one. So I think this looks absolutely awesome. And I think this absolutely fits perfect for a 1/18th scale figure. And the design on it looks great. You got the grip in the front. You got your trigger. This may cause a problem, but we will see when we try and put it in his hand. You have the extended magazine. All right. And then you have, again, just some nice detail. I believe this is a built-in suppressor. I could be wrong. If I am, please let me know. Then we have a sniper rifle. And you get the big scope on the top. You can see there's pegs, and Delta-17 tries to make everything so it can fit on its person. So quickly, here is the bipod for it. You can see exactly, now does it fit properly? Let's hope so. So it can flip up. You can flip it this way. I know a lot of people like having it. There is something aesthetically pleasing about having it this way. So quickly, we can look at this rifle, and it looks really good. Again, no trigger guards, which is perfectly fine because they don't have trigger fingers. You got the big scope on it. Nice little stock. All right. And big suppressor on the barrel. We can just flip it down and it does stay in place. Just set that right there. And then we have the backpack now. So quickly, as you can see, it has 2 spots for these blades. And then you can see the holes, the peg, shall I say, for either rifle, either the Vector or the sniper rifle. The bag has some nice design to it, no paint apps, but you can kind of see how this rolls down. It does have the little clamp on it. So all in all, this looks pretty good. And like I said, it kind of looks like it could be a version of Firefly. So let's quickly take a look at this guy. And you can see he kind of has a Jaguar pattern. And he has some night vision already built in. It doesn't come off, but I'm not really going to cry about that. Looks like he has some ammunition. And if it is ammunition, I would say it looks like it's going to fit the Vector absolutely perfect. Just a little bit of red on the belt buckle. He's got a pistol on the side here. Got the knife on the back, which I think looks awesome. I know there's a lot of 1/12 figures, right? 1/12 figures, those are 6-inch figures, that use this. Valaverse has them. I'm trying to think if any classified does. And unfortunately, because of how this is, it just really gets in the way. Actually, I think Naga Hide uses this too. So, but it just gets in the way. So if they want to sit down, you have this big piece in the back because, once again, it's not a soft, pliable leather like in real world. All right. He's got a pistol over here. Nice boots. What's meant to look like laces. All right. But all in all, a nice looking figure. That head is awesome. So the articulation, he can look down. Doesn't look up. He can look side to side, just like any other O-ring. Don't have to worry about any T-pose. All right. They go up all the way. You have your almost 90-degree elbow bend. You can swivel at the shoulder. He does have a swivel wrist. And this is what a lot of the modern O-ring figures or companies are doing to O-ring figures. And I think it's great. You can get in such a better firing position. All right. So you have the O-ring. If you don't know what an O-ring is, it is an O-ring. Just this rubber band style ring that fits in, allows them to go back and forth, and the legs can kind of be pulled away. So there is your Jean-Claude Van Damme. And this guy kicks straight up without any problems. You have your knee bend, which is about a 90-degree. I really wish someone would look into doing the same thing with the wrists, and doing the same things with the ankles that they do with the wrist. To have this turn just a little bit, it would allow for such better posing where you can have a figure kind of standing like this. And once you can just twist it, I don't want an ankle rocker, but if you can twist it, they can pose and stand a lot better. So, all right. But let's arm this guy up, see how he looks. So kind of throw the backpack on, and I will show you quickly here. Here's an original O-ring. You can pop the backpack off here. And they are universal. Don't have to worry about it falling off. You can take this, throw it on him, no problem. So you don't need to worry about any issues like that. It is all nice and smooth. So backpack is gonna drop on like that. Throw these things right in there. Look at that. And having the ability to hold everything on his person is absolutely awesome. I really wish that other companies, this company, would do this, would make some changes when they do O-ring figures. Again, they are kind of, they have them on hiatus, excluding our Transformers crossover, but that is more on the Transformer side. So here you go. Got the sniper rifle, fits in there perfectly like that. And we're going to take this Vector here. And we'll see. It should be easy to get on here. Now, their hands are way more pliable, so you don't have to worry about thumbs breaking. You don't have to worry about crotches breaking. All right. So, you can get this figure up here, and because of the wrist being able to bend, or twist, not really bend. You can get them in better positions because I can move this wrist any way that I want for the most part. And now his head doesn't turn. I wish his head turned more because I can't really get everything that I said that I really liked. I can't do. I can't turn his head anymore. So there we go. Oops, sniper came off. One issue that you're going to have with the sniper rifle, I would think, is that how long it is. That if I have it facing down like this, it might, I guess it's not going to hit the ground. But I could also use it as a tripod if I really wanted to. All right, let's pop this thing off. Yeah, I do wish his head turned just a little bit more. So guys, if you're listening, and I know you are, please take a look at that. I know it's difficult because it has only so much movement inside there. So we can get the sniper rifle. Sniper rifles for the 1/18 scale figures I've always loved. I loved all the sniper rifles, anything with like a bipod, because we can just do our best to balance it on something like this. Now, again, I'm just kind of showing you here. So you can zoom right here. Pull this up. And use it like that. And I just love the way that it looks. Just having that resting piece is awesome. Then we get this here. And I'm assuming, and these things are pretty sharp, guys. Just be honest, this is sharp. It's kind of digging into my finger. You can kind of see how it divoted in. You can tell this is some sort of like saboteur. Well, he's an enemy assassin. It says it right here. So there you go. That's how it looks. Now, I do have this G.I. Joe. This thing, I don't even remember what this is. Part of some Night Pursuit. I believe it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. No, this is actually part of the... I don't know. It was for my son, so don't get mad at me. This was my son's, actually. So, how well do they fit in here? You can take them. And I gotta say, this guy looks awesome. This guy is gonna look absolutely awesome in this thing. So look at that. That looks sweet, man. You can pop this right up on top. And even though technically this is a Joe vehicle and he is a Cobra, it works out perfectly. Especially considering you have like this, well, it looks like the Stinger on there. So, I'm confused. Isn't that the Stinger? Oh, no. Well, maybe it's not. It's like a scorpion with a knife through it. So anyway, if you remember what this is, please tell me. I have the box downstairs, I believe. Like I said, this was my son's. But anyway, that looks awesome. Color matches wonderfully. But he does fit. They do fit in their Joe vehicles. Most of them, at least. As they do have a couple 4-inch O-ring figures. But the design on him is really nice. And there's a lot that you can still do when it comes to these O-ring figures. But we shall see if they continue to grow in the market. All right, so let's wrap this up. All right, so there's my review on Delta-17, Jaguar, or Jaguar, or Jaguar. I don't know. Like I said before, the automotive companies calls them Jaguars in all their commercials. We've always called them Jaguars. And the fact is, you guys don't care how I say Jaguar or Jaguar. You cared about this figure, and it is pretty dope. Matter of fact, dope. Where can you get these? Well, there's a few places. One is big and bad, and it's a toy store. And they charge you $27 per figure, but there's another company called HellaDopeToys.com, which I will leave a link in the description. These are $25 there. That's a $2 savings. And if you use my code APWT, A Punk with Toys, you get 10% off that. So if I do my math, that's $250 off of that. And so basically, they're $4.50 cheaper at Hella Dope Toys. And let me tell you, they ship super fast, like one business day. One business day. Anyway, if you don't know who Mossman is, you don't know what that was. You should check out Mossman. Hella Dope Toys, Mossman, or watch my Monday night live streams, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Monday. Man, I'm shilling a lot for myself. But hey, if I don't show for me, who's going to show for me? But I'm going to get out of here. Another show. Boom, right there. I pointed to nothing because there's nothing there. Man, it's been a long day. Instagram, A Punk with Toys. Go there. Hit that subscribe button or like button. Follow. I don't really know what it is on Instagram anymore. Just do it. You stayed this long. Take a second. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Then hit this bell notification so you can hear me ramble on about absolutely nothing. But don't go anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link to another Delta-17 review that I did. And down here will be the playlist of all the Delta-17 figures that I've reviewed. Take care.